Laser sights enhance and maintain your accuracy in a time of crisis, preventing tunnel vision and allowing quick target acquisition in awkward shooting positions. Crimson Trace, making laser sight standard equipment. Learn more at crimsontrace.com.
This is Tom Gresham's Gun Talk, now available on iTunes and other podcast clients, and on the free Gun Dealio smartphone app for iPhone and Android. Feel free to call Tom now at 1-TOM-TALK-GUN or 866-825-5486, or email Tom at guntalk.com. Now, once again, here's Tom.
Well, no doubt by now you know that we, in addition to doing radio, which you can hear live on 220 stations around the country. Actually, 221 now, with the addition of yet a new station coming on this week, KELE, 1360 AM in Mountain Grove, Missouri. We produce TV shows about guns, of course. What do you think? Guns and Gear and Gun Venture both air on Sportsman Channel, airing year-round now. We've gone to a year-round schedule on Sportsman Channel. And more people can get that. Somebody just told me, says, yeah, now I can get it on ATT Uverse. Okay, cool. That works. It runs on Monday nights. It runs the rest of the week several different times, but Monday night is the big one. So that would be tomorrow night as I'm speaking live to you. And the show that airs tomorrow night is so much fun. Ryan took a crew to the Ox Ranch in Texas. And in addition to hunting, doing some hunting with Mark Gurney from Ruger, they got to drive a Sherman tank. They even got to shoot the main gun, 76 millimeter main gun tank on a Sherman tank. Really fun. But in the process, I said, hey, you guys are going to be over there in Texas. Why don't we call Johnny? See if he'd like to come over there. Because Ox Ranch is a really cool place, and they have like a, 5,000-foot runway. So we called Johnny Dury. He said, oh, absolutely, I'm in. So joining me now to talk about that and some of the guns that he shows off that you'll actually be able to see tomorrow night on the Gun Venture Show, Johnny Dury from Dury's Guns. Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey, Tom, how are you? Oh,
I am good.
I'm down at the coast fishing for some redfish this morning.
So how's the fishing?
Fishing was tough, but we did catch a couple of them. I'll have nice stuff for dinner this evening. All
right, man, I do love fresh caught redfish. So you flew your plane up there to Ox Ranch and picked up Ryan. Pretty nice runway there, I gather.
Oh, it's spectacular. The view coming in there is just unbelievable. Have that kind of tabletop mountain that you come right over into there and get to see all of the grounds and all the facilities and the river they have there. And they have a beautiful runway that they can take a Lear 45 off of. Good grief. And you got to watch out, because if you get too low, you might hit a giraffe. they had them away from the runway, but yeah, we saw some of them flying over also. It was pretty awesome. That's crazy. It's crazy. So, all right, so you picked up Ryan and Mark Gurney, and you flew him back to your place in San Antonio. For those who don't know, it's Dury's Guns. It's one of the great gun stores in the country with a lot of different services, not just selling guns, but great gunsmithing supplies. But you also, one of your things you do that may not be quite as well known is you, I don't know if you'd call it being a broker, but you help people add guns to their collection. Is that a fair way to put it? Yes, sir. Yeah, what we do is we find the guns and verify them and authenticate them that fit in a bunch of different customers' collections. So we have people that come to us and say, hey, I want to start collecting Winchesters, or I want to start collecting Colts or English shotguns or whatever they want to do, Belgian Brownings. And we sit down and have a meeting with them and kind of get their collecting goals in front of us, and we start looking for guns for them. And so we've had the great opportunity for a couple of really high-end customers that want to put in, some of the top-end collections in the world, and so we've been fortunate enough to help them with that. Now, we're talking about people who can pretty much write whatever check it is. And, and I was mentioning to Ryan when they came back, I said, aren't we fortunate that there are people who have the money and the interest in firearms and the interest in history, because it takes both of those, who can preserve the first gun that Sam Colt made, who can have
the gun that you showed them, oh yeah, was this gun actually owned by President Lincoln or one of his members of his cabinet or something?
No, there was. So the gun that we showed them there was a factory engraved gold-plated Henry, and it's the only known one that's in private hands. The other one was given to President Lincoln as a presentation gun, and two of his cabinet members got two other ones, and this is the only known one in private hands that we were lucky enough to find for one of our clients. Only
4 of them in existence.
Well, wow. That as far as what records that we can come up with, that's the only ones that are known.
Spectacular. I mean, and so you got a guy, and there are a lot of them out there who can pay the money, preserve these so that we kind of have this, I don't think it's too much to say you got this piece of history, Johnny, that you're holding in your hands.
Oh, exactly. We have Colonel Colt's original Henry rifle. We've got the first factory engraved Colt that was ever done in 1836, Baby Patterson, the gun that Sam Colt himself took around to show the investors what he could do. We were fortunate enough to find that one for him. And it's just spectacular what we've been able to find and what we've been able to help them with. I've got a guy that works for me, Timothy Wallace, that takes care of my big high-end customers. And I was on the boat this morning, and he told me that he found that guy the only known 1866 that was ever made in true silver. You know, they had silver-plated ones, but we bought the only one that was ever done in made out of a block of silver instead of a block of brass. So we bought that gun for a little over $400,000 this morning for that customer.
I'd never even heard of such a thing.
It's the only one they ever did. It was built for a German shooting guy, a big famous guy in Germany, and so they did it out of a German silver block, and it's the only one factory engraved that was ever done out of a full billet of silver. Beautiful gun. We were fortunate enough to get that for him this morning.
But you also help people who's, you don't have to be buying $400,000 guns to get started in collecting, though.
No, we have people that, I have some other customers that say, hey, I want to start with 94 Winchesters, and I want a good one in each one of the calibers they made. And you can start in that gun for $1,500 a gun for really top-end quality of them. And what we tell people is just buy the most expensive, highest-grade gun that you can afford, or the highest condition of them. So, if a guy's got 1,000 or 1,500, we can still find them super nice stuff in that. If you've got 3,000 to 5,000, we can find the guns in that. But what we really tell them is, let's start your collection with something you like. Some people like Winchester, some people like Colts, and some people like German military stuff. Some people like super old matchlocks and flintlocks. So the first thing you got to do in collecting is collect what you like.
I got a buddy who's gotten into this. His thing is machine guns. And he's got, was it a MP40? He's got, I don't even know, Thompsons. And that's just his thing. So, but what's interesting to me, and I've seen this over and over again, Johnny, is the people who collect within that particular area, they become experts because they study them all the time.
That's right. But the big deal that they have to do is they have to make sure that they have somebody, so they become experts on the history of them and all of that. But what you really have to do is you have to have somebody that can go out there and spot the fakes, because there's so many fakes in so many of these guns that you got to have somebody that really knows their guns and what to look for, and have the contacts to verify those guns. And, that's where we come in with it. So, we charge them a finder's fee for it, but we take all the risk, and we go and make sure that those guns are right and they're not faked or whatever before we start selling them.
Makes sense. When you start getting money involved, people will come along and create fakes. They'll find ways to basically to steal or rip people off.
That's right. And then the other thing that's so hard is they can become experts on them, but they have no way of getting in contact with the people who have one of those guns. So where we've become very fortunate with it is we have the contacts, and we've bought enough of those high-end guns and super quality guns that, now when one of those guns comes available, we get a call on it. And a lot of them, we get a call before anybody else in the country even has a chance at it. And so, and then we go to the big auctions, and we buy on behalf of the dealers, on behalf of the clients there, and go there and really make sure that those guns are what they look like in real life instead of what the catalog pictures show them to be.
You know, I can just see somebody saying...
We pulled a lot of people off guns that we thought we would buy based on the catalog pictures, and you get there and it's just not as good, or there's some issue with it that the camera didn't pick up on just right. And, you know, we backed a lot of people off of those guns and just try to keep their collections really top end.
So if somebody said, all right, Johnny, I want to get into this. It sounds like fun. I'm going to be able to throw $1,500 or $2,000 a year into it. I want to get one gun a year. You can help them out with that. Oh,
for sure. Yeah, and so I go to the big gun shows in Tulsa twice a year. I go to the big gun shows in Vegas. We'll go to the Denver show. We'll be at all of the different big auction houses. So what we do is we just put a list of what people are looking for, and then we start looking for that for them. And, you know, sometimes in this collecting deal, most of them will come in and say, I want to spend some amount a month is what they want to do. And I'll tell them, we may not have nothing for you for 3 or 4 months, but then we may have 2 or 3 months all at one time, because so much of this is when you're finding these guns out of collections that sometimes it's 2 or 3 guns come up at once, and, you know, we may have to hit you with 2 or 3 of them and then back off of you for 3 or 4 months after that.
Okay. So basically, whichever way you're going, if you're wanting to buy, you need to call Johnny. If you're wanting to sell a collection, you need to call Johnny. And the way you get a hold of Johnny is it's Johnny Dury. It's durysguns.com. And what's your phone number, Johnny?
210-215-2295 is my personal cell phone. If you need to get a hold of me, you got a collection or you want to talk about investing, you can get me direct at 210-215-2295.
Well, I wasn't expecting you to give out your personal cell phone number, but that's just the kind of guy you are. So,
yeah, that's right. You know, that's the deal for the guys that want to have collections or they want to deal with us on it. Otherwise, you can call the shop if you're looking for regular guns, and that phone number is 210-533-5431 or durysguns.com on the internet.
Well, that'll work. Johnny Dury, and besides that, all your guns come with a lifetime warranty. When you new guns, used guns, they've got Gunsmiths, and it's just amazing. Check it out, durysguns.com. Hey, Johnny, I thank you, sir, and enjoy those redfish, man.
Yeah, I sure will. I'm going to go home and cook them for the boys and mama this evening.
There you go. Thanks so much. Lots of fun. 866-TALK-GUN. We're open lines now. You know, we'll talk about anything that has to do with guns. Shooting, you want to buy a gun, you're thinking about selling a gun, you're wondering about what kind of ammo should I be getting for self-defense? What should I carry? Hey, we'll go pretty much any direction you want. 866-TALK-GUN.
Accurate, powerful, consistent. At Double Tap Ammunition, we offer 364 loads in 83 calibers that give you exactly what you've been looking for. Try us out at www.doubletapammo.com and use the promo code GUNTALK for 10% off your order.
As we celebrate 2 centuries in Remington country, it's humbling to think about all the ground we've covered. Since the infancy of our nation, we've journeyed with you every step of the way, helping shape the course of American history. Remington country is bigger than a place, and for the 200 years, it's been our highest honor supporting your freedoms and your way of life. To celebrate, Remington is giving away 200 guns. For a chance to win, tell us your story at 200sweepstakes.remington.com.
What's important in a gun safe? Security, reliability, safety, good looks? It all comes down to quality. Quality that's built in from the beginning. Liberty Safe has made quality products for 29 years right here in the USA. Trust your guns, your valuables, and your safety to Liberty Safe. Did you ever regret buying quality? I didn't think so. Get the best. Whatever your budget, get a Liberty Safe. LibertySafe.com.
Attacks happen every day. How will you react? See real people put into real-life criminal attack situations on First Person Defender. Discover what works and what doesn't. Kidnapping, ATM robbery, home invasion, and other attacks. Learn how to save your life and the lives of your family. Get the entire first season on DVD at ShopGunTalk.com. Get prepared. ShopGunTalk.com.
At Double Tap Ammunition, we hand inspect every round that we make, and we use only the best components to give you the best ammunition on the market. Try us out at www.doubletapammo.com and use the promo code GUNTALK for 10% off your order.
Hey, you remember in Massachusetts, Nutso Attorney General Maura Healey just issued an opinion a few weeks ago and said, I know we've been selling these guns in Massachusetts for years, but I'm going to reinterpret the law. I'm not going to change the law. I'm not going to get a new law passed. I'm just going to reinterpret it, and it's going to say now that you can't sell AR-15s at all. You can't sell anything with magazines more than 10 rounds. You can't. It's like, what? And so she told all the gun stores, all right, here's the deal. You got 24 hours. When this 24 hours is up, you can't sell all that stuff that's in your inventory. Yeah, a little bit whacked. So, gotta love it. Remington and Glock have both sued Healey in Suffolk Superior Court, arguing that she is abusing her authority by casting a broad net for documents. Oh, yeah, this is the other thing. She's now telling all the gun stores and the gun manufacturers, you need to send us all your records. Oh, yeah? So they're saying she's casting a broad net for documents, including those related to accidental discharges. Now, I wonder why she would want a document about accidental discharges. Oh, perhaps to sue somebody? So Glock has asked the court to squash Healey's inquiry. Glock, of course, the funny part is in Massachusetts, Glock sells only to law enforcement. I'll be darned. Line 3, Justin's with us out of Lansing, Michigan. Hey, Justin, thank you for your patience. What's up?
How are you, sir? Thanks for taking my call. I'm a long-time listener and a first-time caller. I had heard you talk about something a while back, and it has really impacted my family's life. So you were talking about outreach, and just it's very simple. If you want to get people interested and on our side about guns, just take them to the range. And so I followed your advice, and I took my mom and my wife to the range several times over the past couple of years, and they had really taken a liking to, shooting, and they're extremely proficient with safety. So just over the past little while, they had taken it upon themselves to go and get more training and get their concealed pistol licenses. So they went and took a course, and now both of them have carry permits. It's pretty amazing. So
wow.
Yes, sir.
That's yeah. That goes to the point of, I'll keep saying, the first step is just invite them to go shooting. Now, what was their reaction the first time you took them shooting?
Well, before we'd gone to the range, I really stressed safety. There wasn't even a gun in front of them. I covered the basics and made sure that they were comfortable. Told them to ask me questions. I was encouraging. I was calm and just relaxed about it. It doesn't have to be a stressful thing at all. So I think the first time we got to the range, they were both extremely comfortable. They were both extremely safe, and they loved it. I mean, the first couple magazines that were going through those firearms, they were just smiles from ear to ear. It was awesome.
That is terrific. Well, look, a huge attaboy for you, Justin, in doing that. That is terrific, and that so often is the way it goes. If you start them out correctly, stress safety, make it pleasant, make it non-threatening, don't give them a gun that kicks them too much or beats them up, and then let them start reaching their own conclusions with this, which is what you've done. Now they go get their own training. Now they go get their own gun. Now they get their own carry permit, and they're going, okay, I'm taking care of myself. This is not what I thought it was. Attaboy. Way to go, Justin. Super job. Line 2, Gino, Ashland, Oregon. Hey, Gino, you're on Gun Talk.
Good day, sir. Listen,
yes, sir.
Several years ago, the IRS came after me, and I made the mistake of arguing with them about my guilt and innocence, and they put me in prison now that I'm out, I have what's called a felony conviction. And even though it's just the IRS, I am now forbidden from self-defense. I'm wondering if you have any resources or knowledge about how one would go about acquiring their rights back.
Now, did you happen to catch the first hour of the show when I was talking about this court case that was decided in the Third Circuit Court of Appeals this past week about exactly that?
No, sir, I didn't. I'm sorry. I just got out of church.
Okay. Third Circuit Court of Appeals, which does not cover Oregon, but it decided that the prohibition against owning guns for non-violent felonies and misdemeanors is illegal and unconstitutional, according to them. Now, that's not going to be binding where you are, but here's my suggestion. You're in Oregon. Contact the Second Amendment Foundation. They are in Seattle, Washington area. Actually, Belleville? I can't remember. But contact the SAF, saf.org, and tell them what's going on and ask them if they would like to get involved in a lawsuit in your area to make you the poster child for that. If they can get 2 or 3 good plaintiffs on this, they may want to get this same thing done in a different court so that they have the Third Circuit and another circuit involved. That may be the way to go, because right now I don't know of any way for you to get your rights back under current law. But if you're willing to saddle up and go, the long road on this one, you could be part of the solution on this one. So I would that's who brought this last lawsuit and won that one. So I would go contact the Second Amendment Foundation. Could you do that?
Yes, sir. Did you say SAF? It was in Second
That's
Amendment?
That's right. Second Amendment, right? Like Sierra Alpha Foxtrot, SAF.org. There you go. That'll work. I appreciate it, Gino, and I hope that works out for you. That's an awfully good group. Tell you what, take a quick break here. When we come back, we got Greg, we got Ken, but we do have room for you if you'd like to join us. We're talking about old guns, new guns, and how do you carry your gun? Keep getting reports from people that go, yeah, did what you said, got a better rig, easier to carry now. Don't know why I didn't do it before. 866 Talk Gun.
Want your opinion to make a difference? Log on to our website and take the Gun Talk poll, www.guntalk.com. Now, once again, opinion-based regular contributor for the Washington Times, here's Tom.
All right, back with you, 866 Talk Gun, or just dial 1 Tom Talk Gun. We'll pretty much handle any question you have. You know what? Here's the thing. If you just stumbled upon the show, you're new here, and you're thinking, guns. I hate guns. Okay. Would you like to tell us why? I'll get out of your way. You'll get the floor. Not going to get shouted at. Not going to get cut off. Not that kind of a show. As long as we're, speaking or having a conversation and not a monologue, but certainly let you have your say. So if you don't like guns, tell me why. I would like to get into that. It's always been a puzzlement, as we say. Line 4, Greg's with us, Coos Bay, Oregon. Greg, tell me about belts.
I've heard you repeatedly make good reference to having a very strong, thick leather, comfortable belt when packing a heavy firearm or accessories. And what I have done in the past, as I'm an old gym rat, is weightlifting belts. You can find them in any thrift store for $2 or $3. And because of the contour and the width of them and the thickness of the leather, they're very easily adaptable for many applications. And I've used in packing, Blackhawks and GP100s and numerous accessories that go on the belt. So, there's a way to do that, and it only costs you $2 or $3, and you can't find something that strong for any decent price commercially.
No. Heck no. Now, let me ask you, not being familiar, a weightlifting belt, when I think of that, I think of something that's really like 6 inches wide, the kind of thing you wrap around for back support.
They come in varying widths. this. You can get them anywhere from 3 inches to 6 inches. You want to find something that depends on the weight you're packing, how comfortable you want to be. You may have back problems. You may want a wider belt. But due to their construction, they're very easily adaptable for clip-on holsters and things like that, because there's no give in them, and they are comfortable.
But they're not going to fit. They're not going to fit inside your belt loops, though, right?
Huh?
They're not going to go in.
But you can buy shell carry and clip-on accessories that you can just cut a notch into the leather and clip it in.
I'll be darned. I had never, this is the first time anybody has ever mentioned that, Greg, and it is fascinating. I would never have thought of that, but obviously not for, just wearing a belt with your pants that you have your gun hooked onto, but for having just a gun belt, if you're going to strap it on over your everything else, particularly for open carry. Makes some sense. Hey, look, thank you. Cool idea. Never would have thought of that. Line 1, Ken is in Jeff Davis County in Georgia. Hey, Ken, what's going on in Georgia?
It's hot, but it's all right.
Yeah, I know. So what do you got there? An old Derringer?
Question. Yes, I got a question about it's actually a Remington double barrel break open Derringer with ivory handles on it that came from my grandfather down to my father through, of course, my mother, etc. Anyway, but the point is, it was rusty. Should you ever try to do anything with it, try to restore it, or no?
I would not try to restore it. I would just make sure that it's, stored in such a way where it doesn't deteriorate or rust or anything. I mean, basically, and the nice part is, on a Derringer, it's very easy to clean the barrels. You can pop them open and clean them with a good solvent. You just want to be careful with chemicals around the ivory, because ivory is fairly delicate, and some liquids, actually including water, will harm ivory. They can actually cause them to swell and crack. So if you get anything on it, just wipe it right off. You don't want to get it wet. The other thing, as far as ivory goes, is you want to store it in such a way that you don't have wide swings of humidity or temperature. So if it's inside and it's dry, it's probably okay.
Okay, it's inside a gun safe with somewhat humidity control.
Okay,
but that's
work fine.
That's pretty much for any gun, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Exactly. It's the same thing. Try to keep the humidity, I was going to say constant, but a little bit lower than where you and I live. You're in Georgia, I'm in Louisiana, so we want something a little bit better than our relative humidity of 142%, which is what we seem to live with these days.
You can't clean a gun without sweating.
Yeah. It's true. It's it's bad when you're having to clean off your own sweat. That's where you got to clean the gun inside. You can't do it outside. It's just terrible. But yeah, I think you're doing fine. Keep the humidity down and keep the temperature stable. Make sure that it's no unburned powder, or the barrel's not dirty. You want to clean the barrels. Just wipe the metal parts down with a good gun oil. That's all you have to do, and then put it away, and you should be good. That thing will last another 100 years, and you pass it along to your family members with the great stories.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's the thing about guns. They come with stories. And I was thinking about some of my dad's guns. I was telling somebody, we were having a conversation about 16 gauges. And I said, my dad had actually a couple of 16-gauge side-by-sides that I ended up with, just, inherited them, and they have, they're cool. I probably would not have gone out and purchased a 16-gauge side-by-side double-barrel shotgun, but, back many years ago, 16 gauges were a big deal, and now I have these cool shotguns that belong to my dad, and every time I pick them up, I think, there are stories there. I think of my dad. I remember him hunting with them and all of that. That's, for a lot of us, that's a lot of what's wrapped up in these firearms that we own, and we've got them in our safes and all of that. What are your stories? What stories do your guns carry with them? 866-TALK-GUN.
Behind every revolution is a patriot. Just as this great country was founded on the ideals of many, the new Mossberg Patriot is the sum of all that came before it. Reliable, timeless, built to last. The classic American hunting rifle, with a heritage forged over generations, has come home. Mossberg, built rugged, proudly American.
Fans of Slip 2000 EWL gun lubricant will want to try EWL 30 this summer. The thicker EWL 30 sits up, migrates less, stays wetter longer, and will not dry out. Perfect for long-term storage. It also holds up better in hotter conditions while still providing the excellent high round count performance you have come to expect from the original EWL. Slip 2000. We're all about gun care. Learn more at slip2000.com.
The Ruger American Rifle is a 100% American-made firearm that offers outstanding performance at a great price. Available in standard size and compact models, it features power bedding integral bedding blocks, a Ruger Marksman adjustable trigger, a flush-fit 4-round rotary magazine, and a 3-lug bolt with 70-degree throw. Compact models feature a shorter length of pull and a shorter barrel for a reduction in overall length of more than 5 inches. The Ruger American Rifle, another rugged, reliable firearm from Ruger.
Hi, this is Tom Gresham from Gun Talk. America is losing critical wildlife habitat at a rate of 1 football field every hour. It's happening on the Louisiana coast, but it's critical to all sportsmen and conservationists. These precious wetlands provide winter habitat for more than 10 million ducks and geese annually, waterfowl that migrate north through dozens of states. Don't shrug it off. Get involved. You can help. Visit vanishingparadise.org.
As kids, we learned growing up, if you were going to hunt webbit, you had to be very, very quiet. Oh. At silencershop.com, that's what we do. We make guns very quiet with state-of-the-art suppressor technology for every caliber you've got in your safe. From 22s up to the big boys. Minimal noise, less recoil, higher velocity, better accuracy. Do you honestly need another reason to get a silencer? Oh, ask we webbit. Get the facts and get suppressed at silencershop.com. Making the world a quieter place.
Oh, sorry, I had to send out another tweet. By the way, if you don't follow me on Twitter, you might consider it. I'm at Gun Talk. Why would you do that? Well, consider it a news service, and I send out tweets, 140 character messages several times a week, and they usually are a link to a news article. And the news articles are things like what's going on with gun control, who's doing what, or it could be a new product, but mostly it's the news that's going on. And this would be gun control or gun-related news. So if you want to be, frankly, the smartest guy in the room when it comes to those things, you follow me on Twitter. Just go to Twitter. You can sign up. It's easy. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to follow anybody else if you don't want to, but just follow me at Gun Talk, and you'll be getting these. It's kind of like your own alert service or news clipping service. I will go find the news and I will send it to you that way. So there you go. Anyway, I just sent another one out just a minute ago. Very cool. Let's go to line 3. Frank's with us out of New Jersey, and evidently, Frank, you have a problem. How you doing?
I got a little bone to pick with you. You guys talked me into buying a Liberty safe, so I went out and bought the National Magnum from Liberty, the 40. It holds 33 guns, great safe. Got a terrific deal out at Cabela's on it. Online, the thing is $6,400. I paid $36.99 for it.
Woo! Good
terrific deal on it. And my beef with you is that it holds 33 guns. I've only got 15. You know what that means, huh?
you need help, right?
Having kids and a wife talking me into these things.
We need to help you out. Okay, first of all, there are some things you cannot have in New Jersey, so we'll leave those alone for the moment. Let me ask you a question. What kind of guns do you like? What is your interest area?
I like anything that's accurate, from pistols to rifles to shotguns, as long as it shoots well and handles well. I usually pick it up. I'm looking at the new precision rifle. Can't get my hands on one of them.
Yeah, the thing to do there, honestly, is to really start poking around. You can find them if you really get serious about looking. Let me ask you a question, though. I'm going to go back a little bit. If you really like accurate guns and fun stuff, do you have any really accurate 22 rimfires?
1022, a Marlin, a Savage.
All very good. Where I was going to go is you may want to consider, just to treat yourself, taking it up a notch and getting something like an on-shoots just because.
Okay. On-shoots.
Just thinking, on-shoots, bolt-action rifle, real accurate, fun to shoot, and besides, it's just fun to say, oh, yeah, I'll go get my on-shoots. It's like saying, oh, where did I park my Porsche? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm real pleased. Out of all those, believe it or not, the Henry is super accurate. I mean, they make a hell of a gun.
And they're making those in New York. You know they make those in New York?
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
New Jersey, Bayonne, New Jersey.
Oh, in Bayonne, okay.
A gun is actually made in New Jersey. That's kind of amazing to me to begin with.
Well, I do love Henry, and I think Anthony Amperato over there is doing a great job producing some beautiful, beautiful guns. Okay, so what else? What are the other areas? We're going to help you spend some money here.
What I don't have is an AR-15. And I've been looking for something in the AR-15s that's really accurate. But again, I can't decide on what I've been looking at. I've looked at a Bushmaster. I've looked at a couple of others. I really still am up in the air about it. Any suggestions?
Well, yeah. First of all, get the Ruger Precision Rifle first. Okay. That's going to be your first fun gun. And then just pick out an AR it's a brand that you like. And it could, Smith & Wesson, Ruger makes real good ones. There are a lot of really good ones out there. Because the deal is you're going to end up swapping things out. You get a new barrel, you get a new forearm, you get handguards, you get this, and now you got a whole kit. If you want to, you could actually even just start with an AR-15 kit. You could buy it from Brownells. They have their AR-15builder.com website, and you can make it as accurate as you want. You can, on the same lower, you can have a little short barrel handy one, not an SBR, but a legal 16-inch barrel. Or you could go with a longer barrel upper and have your accuracy rifle all on the same platform. You bought one gun, but it becomes a number of different guns depending on which upper you stick on top of it.
To change out calibers, I like the 6.5, and I'm leaning towards that with the Ruger Precision. But I'm also looking at the 7mm 08. You recommended that for really low recoil, and you've recommended a couple of others, the 2506. And I'm just trying to decide. I've looked at the specs on them, the downrange velocity, and also the power of them. And you can just interchange them.
Now, you could do that on an AR that's built on this AR-10 platform. You need a 308 size AR if you're going to be shooting those calibers. It won't go on a 5.56. So you got two different sizes, basically, of ARs. You got the smaller one, the regular AR-15 that'll handle the 5.56/223. And then you have the AR-10 size platform that'll handle 308, 7mm08, 260, all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot involved there, but that's also the fun of it. Oh, wait, but you still have room. You have to buy an AR-15 and an AR-10. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. We're going to take care of this problem. You just keep calling me. We'll keep filling that safe for you. I appreciate it. Good deal on the Liberty safe, by the way. 866-TALK-GUN will get you in here. Let's help people spend money. What are you wanting to buy? Call me. I can give you permission. Going straight to the phones. Let's go line 2. Sarah's with us out of Fresno, California. Hello, Sarah. You're on Gun Talk.
Good morning. I'm hoping you can help me out. I need to buy a shotgun for home defense. I have a couple of pistols, but I want a shotgun for the house, and I don't know anything about them.
Okay.
I mean, I've fired them, but I don't know gauge. I know nothing.
All right. Why are we... Well, I guess, first of all, if you're really comfortable with handguns, and I'm hoping you are, why are you going with a shotgun?
My understanding is a shotgun is a better bet inside a house. That it's less likely for them to go through walls, for the rounds to go through walls. And perhaps you don't need to worry so much about accuracy.
Okay. I was thinking that maybe where it's going. All right, let's work on that first. First of all, you have to be just as accurate with a shotgun as you do with a handgun, because at the distances that you shoot inside of a house with a shotgun, the cloud, the pattern, but it's basically the cloud of shotgun or pellets that come out, they're only going to be about the size of your hand. So it's not like you shoot into a room and they hit everything out there. So you really do have to aim it carefully, just as you would a handgun. But yes, depending on the ammo you put in it, and there's a lot of different kinds of ammunition you can put in a shotgun, you can have ammunition that won't penetrate walls as much. And if you have neighbors and you're concerned with that, a shotgun can be a good choice. I'm going to try to cut through a 3-day class in shotgun use for defensive use and do it in 2 minutes for you, okay?
I'd like to take the
shotguns
class.
Come in. If you want to take the class, that's really the way to go. I would recommend a 20 gauge. People will tell you get the 12 gauge. I'm going to tell you to get the 20 gauge. It will kick less. It will do just as good a job in a self-defense situation. It's just going to be a lot more pleasant to shoot. So I would get a 20 gauge. I would get a pump shotgun. You want one with an 18-inch barrel. That's much shorter than what they come with when you buy a hunting shotgun. Basically, you want a shotgun that's designed for home defense. Mossberg makes them. I think they make a really good, fairly inexpensive home defense gun in 20 gauge. That's what I would get. Let me ask you a question. How tall are you?
5'6".
5'6". You want a little bit shorter than standard length stock. So if they have what is called a youth shotgun, it will have a stock that's 1 inch shorter. That would make a huge difference in your comfort in terms of shooting it. A stock that's too long is just brutal and really not fun. Now, let's get to the real heart of the matter. Are you willing to travel to take the class, or would you going to be locked into taking a class nearby?
I want to take a class. I don't mind traveling. I want a class with the shotgun, but I have a concealed carry, and I would like some active training classes rather than just target practice.
Sure. Okay. Fresno, you're in the middle to northern part of the state. The northern part of the state, you could go up to Thunder Ranch, and the website is thunderranchinc.com. You have to sign up for classes fairly far ahead of time. They get booked up, but they're in Oregon, just over the California line. Delightful place, wonderful, wonderful people. Tell them hello when you call them. thunderranchinc.com. Other than that, you can probably find some classes nearby in your area. Do a little poking around. The other website I would tell you is Gunsite, GUNSITE.com, and they have all of those handgun classes, shotgun classes, and everything else. I applaud you for looking into this and getting serious about it. Buying the gun is just the ante end of the game. It's not enough. Let me repeat that. It's not enough to have a gun. You must get training. You must get training. You must practice. Oh, yeah, did I mention? You must get training. All right, we'll talk about holsters and other gear when we come back right here on Gun Talk.